almost nobody in the world knows the person who literally saved the world, not figuratively, literally, in the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, which was a cascade of stupid moves by the United States and by the Soviet Union, both sides doing really totally stupid things, including the United States invading Cuba in 1961 to overthrow Castro, and then Khrushchev the next year, to kind of teach America a lesson, putting in nuclear-armed missiles in Cuba. And most likely that would have led to a preemptive nuclear war by the United States, except for President Kennedy's genius at saving humanity. Kennedy and Khrushchev reached an agreement. Soviet Union would take away its missiles from Cuba. The United States would take away its missiles from Turkey. And the United States promised never again to try to invade Cuba, except for one footnote, which is that there was a Soviet submarine in the Caribbean as part of a squadron of 7 submarines that was sent because of the crisis, and it was disabled. And this submarine had to surface. And so as the submarine surfaced, the U.S. Navy and Air Force was above. Some jackass started dropping hand grenades. Is an explosion, but not to damage the sub, kind of having fun. And the captain of the submarine said, "We're under attack. There's a war going on." And it happened that in this squadron, this was the one submarine that had nuclear-tipped torpedoes. And he ordered the nuclear-tipped torpedo to be put into the torpedo bay to fire. And we came closer than anyone in the world understood for decades to a nuclear war. But at the moment he ordered it, there was one person senior to him that was on that sub. And this guy said, "I don't think that's a good idea." And he overruled the captain and saved the world. Because if that nuclear torpedo had been fired, the American doctrine was that any attack by a nuclear weapon would unleash the full nuclear arsenal of the United States, where there are thousands and thousands of nuclear warheads. And who knows his name? The person who literally saved the world, his name is Arkhipov. And yes, he went back home, and it took about 30 years till people realized, holy shit, he saved the goddamn world. And he finally got honors in the 1990s, I think in the Gorbachev period. And right now, as we speak, Ukraine is using American and British long-range missiles to attack inside Russia, and we think that's smart. And the European leaders say, yeah, more of that. You just cannot believe how goddamn stupid we can be.